Parental alienation and the child. Deliberate parental alienation harms the child more than the parent. When divorcing or divorced parents engage in tactics that give rise to parental alienation, the individual who suffers the most is the child. It may be tempting for an aggrieved parent suffering through an acrimonious divorce to want to portray the other parent in the worst possible light. Hurt and anger can cause a parent to denigrate the partner in front of the child, causing parental alienation or its more severe sibling, parental alienation syndrome. If one parent feels isolated or betrayed, it's a natural response to want the child or children on side. However, whether the other parent deserves the label of villain or not, this behavior is extremely harmful to the mental health of the child. No one is innocent except the child. According to CAFCAS, the UK's Children and Family Court Advisory and Support Service, parental alienation is rarely one-directional, i.e. aimed at one parent by the other. More commonly, it is a complex set of behaviours that may impact on every transaction within the family. The post-separation environment is a high-conflict zone. Rarely is one parent entirely the victim and the other solely the perpetrator of emotional punishment. When parents are at war, the child becomes collateral damage. The impact of the parental alienation on the child. Parental alienation is emotional child abuse and should be treated as seriously as any form of other abuse. It's often not recognized or acknowledged in child custody disputes. The alienated child often feels insecure, anxious, overwhelmed, experiencing feelings of guilt and confusion. This child may be confused as to the adult-child role, particularly if they are older, preteen or teenage. Triangulation, the emotional manipulation of the child to create an emotional partner, is a common feature of parental alienation. In this scenario, the child feels responsible and obligated to step in and protect and care for the victim parent. The child is robbed of the ability to form trust, the cornerstone of relationships and intimate relationships, and lacks confidence in forming and maintaining healthy relationships. The child may also display clinging behavior and separation anxiety. They may develop anxiety and have poor peer relationships and of other mental health issues. The alienated child suffers from the loss of a sense of self and is placed in a situation that is emotionally beyond their coping ability. Now, anyone working with the child or the family should be alert to these symptoms and prepared to step in. Now, what can be done? As per the philosophy behind the Children's Act, the interests of the alienated child must come first. Whether parent, grandparent, caregiver, or professional mediator, anyone playing a role in the child's life must view every family interaction through the lens of the child. The focus should be firmly on the alienated child and the factors that have contributed to the alienation. Then it is critical that steps are taken to rectify the situation. There is no evidence to show that waiting for alienation to resolve itself is effective, nor should children be allowed to decide which parent they should live with. Now, rebuilding trust step by step. There are many instances of adults who were permanently alienated from one parent as children and have suffered lifelong emotional consequences. To prevent this long-term outcome, there are ways to rebuild trust and re-establish a loving parental relationship. The child and alienated parent need to be assisted in the process of reattachment, which must be sensitively phased and take account of the child's developmental levels, maturity, and emotional resilience. Now, here in South Africa and in other countries, there are various psychoeducational and family therapy programs that attempt to help severely alienated children of divorce rebuild the damaged relationships with the alienated parent. These programs aim to initiate contact between the alienated parent and child, to provide psychoeducational training to the parents, to develop child-focused parental involvement, to re-establish the reality and correct distorted perceptions of the self, both for the child and the parents, to relieve the burden on the child and distance them from the conflict of loyalties between the parents, to build the fractured emotional relationships by creating new shared experiences in a structured, safe and relaxed environment, to restore communication, to improve conflict management and family dynamics. Now, through these programs, children relearn a healthy and balanced view of both parents, and gradually renewed and happy parent-child relationships can develop. However hard it may be, the alienated parent must be patient. Now, is this you? Have you experienced parental alienation? Are you estranged from your child, or is your contact with your child traumatic due to symptoms of parental alienation? My firm, ST Law, is an established firm with extensive expertise in divorce and family law. We will ensure your legal rights are upheld, and you can link you to the appropriate support that will enable you to restore your relationship with your child. ST Law has a reputation for empathy and professionalism with a personal touch. We will listen to you and help you find a solution that is in the best interest of all parties, most importantly the child. Call me on 086 099 5146 or email simon@stlaw.co.za.